Welcome back. In Egypt, the central bank says it has cleared the backlog of investors seeking to repatriate funds, a further indication that the shortage of hard currency that crippled the economy is easing. Evidence is growing that Egypt is turning the corner after its economy was starved of investment and hard currency during years of political upheaval since the 2011 uprising against President Hosni Mubarak. Authorities have removed restrictions on the pound, cut subsidies and secured a $12 billion loan from the International Monetary Fund. A $4 billion Eurobond issuance last month boosted reserves to the highest level in more than 5 years. And the European Union has pledged €75 million to Gambia's new government 2 years after suspending aid due to human rights abuses by former President Yahya Jammeh. The EU froze €33 million in aid to Gambia, one of the world's poorest countries, after Jammeh's government introduced a tough law against homosexuality in late 2014. Adama Barrow, who defeated Jammeh in a December election, has pledged to respect human rights and rebuild foreign relations. Following a meeting with Barrow in the capital, Banjul, the EU Commissioner for International Cooperation and Development, Nevin Mimika, said the aid package would be used to increase food security, rebuild roads, and boost jobs. The EU is also preparing a medium-term assistance package of €150 million. And in Ghana, a program launched in 2010 to promote the orange-fleshed sweet potato is taking root. Residents in the country's Volta region say the crop has helped improve their lives and the general economy. Researchers say the tuber is lucrative and nutritious and is more resilient to extreme weather patterns like drought and flooding.
Julius Dorsey is harvesting sweet potatoes from his 2-acre farm in a town in Ghana. Dorsey has been cultivating the crop for the last 4 years. He is part of a program in the region that is promoting consumption of a variety known as orange-fleshed sweet potato. The farmer says he's happy with his harvest. The tuber takes only 3 months to mature, and in a good year, Dorsey makes about $4,500.
90 days exactly is mature to harvest. And once 90 days to mature to harvest, we are going to set the vine and the root. It's a big difference.
Sweet potatoes require few inputs, less labor compared to other food crops like maize. They are also hardy and more tolerant to harsh conditions like dry spells and poor soils, according to the International Potato Center, an agriculture research organization. Sweet potatoes can also stay in the soil long after maturity, making the time of harvest less critical.
The Eastern and the Southern Africans are using sweet potato more than West Africans. And so that's why we need more promotional activities, and the crop appear not to be so much aware, or so much many people are not aware of the potential of the crop, and we need to do more public awareness program, because it has been with us, for me, since childhood, and I met other people and they also said since childhood. It has been with us for so long a time, but we didn't know the potential of the crop as a healthy crop because of the vitamin A content until recently.
Farmers and entrepreneurs have been investing in the crop since the program was introduced by the government and its partners. They have also found ways to sell value-added products made from sweet potatoes. Apart from being rich in carbohydrates, sweet potatoes also contain vitamins, zinc and iron, making them highly nutritious. Researchers in Ghana have set a target to reach about 500,000 households with sweet potatoes by 2020.
Well, what we would like to do is to make the orange flesh sweet potato widely available, so that it's something that people know about, something that people know is nutritious, something that people value, and that it becomes part of people's diets. And the way we think you can do that is, well, you have to take a multi-pronged approach, but what we want to do is make it profitable, so that the market demands it, so that people will be interested, the farmers will be interested in growing it, and then it will also be present for people to eat in their houses and to contribute to combating malnutrition.
With changing weather patterns, Farmers are being encouraged to take up alternative crops like sweet potatoes that are not only resilient, productive and nutritious, but also offer better returns.
How sweet is the sweet potato? Now let's look at another commodity, this time in Algeria. That's olive oil production, of course, which is hit hard as high labor costs and lack of rain affect the livelihood of many villagers. The decrease in oil production has increased prices and pushed Algerians to choose lower quality imported olive oil that often costs less.
In the fertile region of Bajaya in Algeria, olive trees grow surrounded by snow-capped mountains. Traditionally, the olive trees are picked by hand and then processed in a nearby mill for the olive oil to be sold locally. But according to local farmers, olive oil production in the area has been hit by low rainfall. Add to that high labor costs and there is a steep decline in the trade.
This year, there are less olives than previous years. The trees are empty. There is no road. Next year, we will get more olives.
The decrease in oil production has increased prices and pushed Algerians to choose lower quality imported olive oil that often costs less. Now, villagers live year by year in the hope there will be rain. Some of the older olive pickers strongly believe in their products, often referred to as Algeria's liquid gold.
Each year is different. There is a year where there is more olives and a year where there is less. It depends on the year.
After the olives are picked, they make their way to a processing mill where the production techniques are traditional. The olives are put into a mill which grinds them and the juices are extracted at the bottom in a pan before going to filtration.
There is no water, and it is difficult to find a worker to cultivate and collect olives, and they are expensive.
In recent years, new farms have emerged across Algeria, particularly in the south, all picking olives for different uses. But if the low rainfall continues, production in the region could fall even further.
And then we talk oil, and this time in Zambia, where the government has revoked 5 oil exploration licenses after the companies failed to comply with the rules. Mining Minister Christopher Yaluma said government had given out 17 licenses and defaulted a few because of non-compliance and not responding to the license conditions, and 12 left. And that's it on the program for today, and of course for the week. Thank you very much for being part of it. Do have a wonderful weekend.